again, like I'm a hard buy on Ozempic in general. I'm not saying that it is not without trade-offs. I'm not saying that it doesn't have side effects. I'm not saying that some of the side effects eventually could be proven to be severe. As of right now, I haven't seen anything that has led me to conclusively believe that there are severe side effects that we should be worried about, to the degree that it should make us less excited about this drug's potential to help people who have been to this point unhelpable. And going back to the U.S. healthcare expenditures point, how much money do you think the U.S. will save every year if people who are obese were to go on Ozempic and lose 15 to 20% of their body weight? We're billions, hundreds of billions of dollars that the U.S. taxpayers would save in healthcare expenditures if everyone were to lose that much body weight, right? Again, this is not a cosmetic drug. People are using it for cosmetic purposes, and they're getting tummy aches, and they're getting upset, and they're saying that this is a demon drug. But again, I'm not talking about those people. I don't care about those people, right? If you're 20% body fat and you go on Ozempic, I don't give a shit about you. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about you, right? But if we're talking about people who are 50 BMI and 40% body fat and having comorbidities out the ass, metabolic disease, like, type 2 diabetes, like all kinds of shit, it's either this or it's gastric bypass surgery. Like
significantly more expensive.
Not only that, more invasive, more dangerous. But the thing is, people who are anti-Ozempic would be totally okay with being like, yeah, just get surgery. Just get surgery. Stop promoting big pharma. Stop funding like these companies. That is the shit that really pisses me off, though. It's because people have just such a wild misconception of what these things are meant to be. And obviously, we're healthcare professionals, so we have a vested interest in people continuing to pay us to help them. So in a lot of ways, something like semaglutide would be contra our interests, right? Because if someone can just take a drug and lose, 20, 30 pounds, well, what need do they have for us? Right. That's not how it is. That's not how it is, right? This is not a single shot thing. Best outcomes are always when combined with better diet, better choices, better habits, and exercise. Always, always. And if you want to not have to take this drug forever, which I don't think anybody wants to take drugs forever, right? You have to change your habits. But that's another thing. Semaglutide is great with rewiring your dopamine reward system in your brain. So it has effects on the things that you find enjoyment in or the things that you find interest in, right? So all of a sudden you find less interest in that bag of Doritos and more interest in walks in nature. Guess what? That's a fucking great thing. That's a great thing. And we should be happy about that. Studies have come out saying that semaglutide or Ozempic has potential positive benefits for things like Parkinson's, things like Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular benefits. It's potentially a wonder drug, right? So yeah, people can be upset about there potentially being this magic bullet solution to a problem that other people have dedicated their life to coming up with convoluted solutions to. But, again, we help people with their nutrition. If this is a tool in our arsenal now that we can utilize, we should be happy about that because it allows us to do our job more effectively. Because then we can get people past that initial hump, and then we can start working on their habits. We can work on their improved nutrition, work on their improved exercise. And then the hard work of getting them started, it's already done for us, right?
Yep.
So again, people they focus on the wrong things. And I think that if we're looking at something like Ozempic as a way to get people on the right path, if we're imagining ourselves as a ball rolling down a hill, our genetics are a really deep rut. It's really hard to pop out of that rut. But if a big gust of wind comes and pushes us out of the rut, we can break free of it, right? And then we can start etching another rut somewhere else. That's the equivalent of something like Ozempic, right? Where it's it can just nudge you off of the path that you're on and push you towards a different path. That's what we want, right? We don't want it to do all the work for us. We just want it to get us over the hump, get us over the lip of that rut so that we can do the rest of it ourselves.